Hello, good morning. We are going to do a meditation together. We are here. Well, I'm here now in the car, which is a place where I do quite a lot of meditations. I've moved to run some errands. I am on vacation in the south of Spain in Cadiz. And well, I have stopped with the car now in a very natural environment. I have a river in front of me, and we are going to do a meditation on the couple. We know that vacations are always a challenge of coexistence and a great opportunity to learn. So we are going to do a meditation on things that come to me in relation to the couple. Come on, thank you very much for that. Let's go. We sit in a comfortable position that we can hold for about 8 to 10 minutes. A position that shows dignity, that makes you feel worthy, dignified, and that also allows you to maintain it during the whole meditation. Let's pay attention to that position. How the body rubs against the different parts of the seat, in my case, the chair, the floor. The feeling of dignity. We accompany this sensation with the breath in the whole body. We observe it. And we try to make it a position where we are relaxing with the exhalations. We relax the body little by little. Part of the success of the focus is to relax, because it allows us to have less resistance to the observation. Less resistance to observation. It may be that you find yourself at a certain moment living with someone, and with that someone frictions are generated. You even observe how the person on the other side judges. It is a difficult state, a different state where there is more rigidity. At the beginning, we start from the basis that you are identifying that. So there the movement. We can bring to the image a situation like that. It can happen with our partner, with our children. For me, the most important thing in this situation is to observe the beginning of this. Once we observe that this is going to start, we are very attentive. We start to really observe ourselves. That is to say, once we observe that the other person is going into rigidity, we start to really observe ourselves. Is going into rigidity. We start observing ourselves, and we see how we feel. We can observe fear. The fear of conflict. The fear of difficult conversations. Fear of setting boundaries. The fear of reactions when a person is entering a difficult state for whatever reason. It is important to observe this fear because we can learn a lot from it. and at the same time also the fact that we take into account, at least in my case, that fear allows us to relax in some way and not be in a difficult state. Relaxes in some way and is not so involuntarily present that it manipulates me. Always in a situation of this type, in this first start where you realize that there is beginning to be a rigidity in the relationship, there are two objectives that you can set for yourself. The first one can be the focus. We are going to know that we have entered a period of intensity within a relationship, and it requires more focus, it requires more attention. In this situation, and that already allows us to put many of our resources that we have already developed in this direction. On the other hand, is also to look at it and see it as an opportunity to be able to use that conflict and that situation to generate more harmony in the future. To generate more harmony in the future, more communication, to get to know oneself and one's partner better. We continue connecting with a situation of this type, and we feel that we are observers of it, that we are aware that this is common. That we see this whole situation as a big challenge on a positive level, at the level of developing, thanks to this, further progress. We have to. They're also within the focus we can observe those small discussions that can take place, reactions that can take place. Above all, the focus is on observing ourselves so that we are not reactive and have enough capacity to be able to observe not only ourselves but also the other person. Because if we are being very reactive, it is not allowing us. 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 It is not allowing us to be reactive. It's not allowing us. That reactivity is practically filling us, and we are not capable. We do not have an open capacity to be able to empathize with the other person. Mainly the most important thing in this whole situation is to observe. What we judge as bad, as negative at a given moment, as uncomfortable. Both of us, and especially of the other person, that we normally interpret everything outwardly as something that is not personal to us, as something that is not personal towards us, but that they are normal situations that occur in life, coexistence, moods, accumulations of energy that have to come out somewhere, and that is not something personal towards us. Although when there are small frictions, it seems that it is because of us, that it is towards us. The reality is that it is not personal. Therefore, the most important thing from my point of view is not to lose that connection with that person who is on the other side, not to lose it. Talk to them with affection, treat them with care, observe if I need a little space or if I need a little closeness. Be very attentive to oneself so that reactivity does not make you feel, for example, it happens to me that I feel resentful, so there I have to manage it in two ways. One, trying to say to the other person, I need a little space, I need a little closeness, I need a little space, to the other person. Even if the other person rebuts me and has the last word, it's okay to say what I think, what I feel. What I think I have to say to the other person in a very careful way, not reactive, so that reduces that feeling for me. And on the other hand, I know that when I am feeling that feeling of resentment, or I call it resentment, but it is a feeling of anger of frustration too, of why this has to be happening behind, and why is this happening? Why does this have to be happening behind? And there, to let go, to observe this, not to let myself be carried away by it, in order not to lose the connection with the other person at any moment. This is a process that lasts for a conflict or a situation. In my case, for example, it is usually in waves, and sometimes it lasts. Sometimes it lasts a day, 2 days. It can happen that it lasts for hours. It can happen that it comes very intense at the beginning. It seems that then it doesn't come, and then it comes again. They are like periods. They are like very cool periods where it is like a train that is passing in front of you, and it is a matter of catching it, to take advantage of it, to grow and to be proactive. Well, we observe how we feel after all this, and little by little, little by little, and little by little, I hope you have felt the sensations and have not only listened but lived it, to take it to you, to how you feel, to your world, to your reality, to your ideas. And you have been able to use all this content, this text, as a way of meditating, a way of imbibing. Well, thank you very much. We move on.